produced by the Black Square Collective, highlighting the situation of LGBT asylum seekers in Sweden. Asylum seekers from different countries will tell their stories and experiences.
Then you cannot cage people like animals and not expect them to fight back someday.
My name is Abe and I came from Senegal. There are a lot of problems of being homosexual in my home country, Senegal. There is some kind of Muslim organization that if they know that you're homosexual, they can beat you everywhere. The circumstances are really bad. There are a lot of LGBT persons, but they say keep it at home. Do not do it to the public. I left the country because of this homosexual problem. My dad died last year. I did not know about that. I found out about his death because of people in the village. It is like I have not been born. Mainly it is because of the homosexual things. It is a problem connected to my personality, of being who I am. I was in Belgium and met a person from my village in a disco that told him that he was going to tell his friends or relatives. It was a regular disco, but I was seen hugging with someone, and my friend told me that he would call his family. If it would be in Senegal, my friend would have killed me, but did not do it since it is illegal in Belgium. If I go back, I will be killed. I would like to see my sister and two brothers. You might know it will be a problem for them as well. My hometown is following me if I'm here in Sweden and meet someone from Senegal, and someone finds out I'm small village. If I go there, everybody knows the neighbors or the neighbors of the neighbors. And I'm going to be killed by a knife. Before going to Sweden, I asked for asylum in Belgium. First, I did not know that I have the right to ask for asylum because of homosexuality. And then I moved to Sweden. Here in Sweden, they did not ask me about homosexuality. I had some kind of fever, and they only asked me questions about that. My asylum-seeking case at the migration board looked like really complicated. A lot of problems with a place to stay and clothes. When I arrived, the first month they helped me with a place to stay and food. After 1 month, papers arrived from Belgium to Sweden to the migration board. They are saying that I have gone back to Belgium, and they don't help any longer. I am not able to go to Belgium because they received a paper that says that I left the country. I can be seeked by the police. And here they have papers saying that Belgium is responsible for me. The problem is that if I go back to Belgium, I will be with the police in jail, and then to Senegal. The problem will be bigger. First to Belgium with handcuffs, and then to Senegal, and then killed. Someone at the migration board spoke Senegal language. I never seen this interpreter. This person is on internet or something. Someone else translates, and then translates back again. I did not have problems with the papers because of that. Here they have not asked me about problems about homosexuality, only questions about problems with fever. I feel scared about telling that I'm homosexual. I think the family will know this if I tell someone. It is a Senegal way of acting. I am afraid of the translator telling people in Senegal telling about my homosexuality, and it is not easy to find a place to stay here. I lived with a couple, a man and a woman, 4 months for free. And now they want me to pay. I do not have a job and money, and do not know what to do next month. It is a friend of a friend. Someone here and there. I have been in Sweden for 6 months. I do not have work and money. I have been in contact with Pablo at RFSL Stockholm. Now, I'm waiting. I do not know how it will be after 18 months. If the police catches me, I will be in Senegal next week.
This program was produced by the Black Square Collective, highlighting the situation of LGBT asylum seekers in Sweden. Asylum seekers from different countries will tell their stories and experiences. I'm from Ethiopia. I came from my country because
because I get the problem from the government and from the people and also from my countries. That's why I came here in Sweden and I asked asylum. The situation in my country for about the homosexual, it's not acceptable with the government and with the people. That's why I am here, and if I come back to my country, I will get big punishment from the government and also from the people. I will get more problem.
My name is Bashir. I'm coming from Uganda. I left my country because I am again seeking asylum. First thing immigration asked me is, did I have a lawyer? I'm wondering how could I have had a lawyer if I didn't know nobody in Sweden. So that really bothered me. After telling them my problem, they gave me a place to stay in a camp, and I was mixed together with the people that are heterosexual. I didn't find that one to be very conducive for me. After they learned that about my sexuality, I started to get threats from people. Those people I spoke, I told my immigration my issue, but they didn't pay much attention to my concern. So I didn't feel safe, given the fact that I ran away from my country to find a refuge here. So I felt like I wasn't getting the help that I needed, or I thought I would get. So immigration asked me to report the matter to the police. After 3 weeks, I was relocated. I'm wondering that they didn't take quick action, so I could get endangered at any moment. So my point is that people coming are being threatened and they are seeking for a safe place. We find the questions that they ask are more torturing psychologically. Yet we have already identified, given them the proof of identity, and we've already got support letters of the organizations that we belong to. So we feel like people are not being fairly, cases are not being fairly judged, and people are sent back. Yet these people are really facing trouble back home because they can't express their situations and they don't have maybe proof. So we really need that need to be addressed, because that's the whole point why we leave our countries, is that we may be safe. And the process takes such a long time that it has also a psychological effect on the person seeking asylum, given the fact that in a state where he doesn't really know what's going to happen. So I'll be glad if my point is brought to attention. Thank you very much. And thank you for believing in me, and I got a residence in Sweden.
My name is Sean. I'm a trans man. I came to Sweden in December 2012, but I had been waiting for my interview for 7 months. When I finally got the interview, there was problems with the interpreter. He did not really understand, or rather he did not have knowledge on LGBT issues. And when I was there, my interview was only for 30 minutes. This was because he was missing out a lot of things that I was saying during the interview. And because I had my lawyer with me, he was able to get that the interpreter was missing a lot of things. After a whole lot of interjections by my lawyer, he decided that the interview be stopped. This was really frustrating for me, considering that I had been coming from a situation where I was really going through a traumatic period. And then also the waiting period, it was like horror for me. And now that I had to wait longer, and I'm still waiting up until now. This is my 8th month, and I hope to get my other interview soon. And hopefully the interpreter will be knowledgeable on LGBT and especially trans issues.
Bangladesh. I am asylum seeker in Sweden. I am a member of RFSL newcomer from February 2013. I got introduced to my friend Musharraf in the local market named Kemahan in the Feni district in Bangladesh. At the time, I was working in the Union Pharmaceuticals Limited as a medicine field officer. Me and Musharraf became good friends, but we also got involved in a homosexual relation with each other. We shared the same flat in the Feni city and we were living together till 2009. Since we lived together in the same house, people were suspicious about us. So our relationship, some people identify us as a homosexual group by watching our behavior. As a result, when I went to my village home and visit my mother, then some Islamic extremists together with some other village people attacked me. They beat me up and I got seriously or severely injured. But it did not stop with this attack. After some day, an Islamic extremist attacked me office. Then one threw my office as well as then took out all my important official documents. This got extreme consequence for my economy. I lost everything, but this was not the end. They were no out after us. They wanted to kill us. That's why we fell to Khagrachari jungle, Bogura and Rangpur. We were hiding and I could not go to work. This into situation where I lost my job. We were hiding until 2012. One day my friend Musharraf to visit his mother's house and we went there on the 10th of March 2012 in the night. I need neighbor of Musharraf's mother's had got to know that we had gone to visit her. On our way back, extremists attacked us and were beating us up severely. As a result of this, Musharraf died directly and I got seriously injured in my eyes as well as different parts on my body. To my luck, a person named Shoidullah, a gay I would know from before, helped me to escape from the area. Shoidullah effort to help me lead to a dangerous situation for himself. Shoidullah got beaten up. I went to Chittagong town and to the Chittagong Eye Hospital. Doctor made a operation in my left eye and I got medicine. Later I heard that extremist group published poster and leaflet in the whole country about me. I was hunted and as a result of his decided to flee the country. I went from Dhaka to Chittagong and after a long journey I reached Stockholm 19th of June 2012. I have come here in Sweden in fleeing dangerous position in my homeland, Bangladesh.
Bangladesh because our Muslim people and fundamentalist and extremist group have identified me that I am a gay and I was involved in homosexuality in my country. There is no right for staying in Bangladesh for a gay man or LGBT person. Bangladesh is the second largest Muslim country in the world. Any Muslim country do not want to obey same-sex relationships. There is a different type of law, like fatwa. In a Muslim country, in their opinion, if migration back to my country, Muslim fundamentalist and extremist group must kill me, be hanging myself. Migration is not giving me energy money for surveillance in Sweden for my life, and they did not give me any opportunity for learning Sweden. I cannot get any job for not learning Sweden language. This is very important for me. I cannot open bank account because of I am a asylum seeker. It is another big problem for us for job market. I don't know how to survive in Sweden. Thank you.
And I could not be around in the country. At the same time, I had conflict, torture, to be harassed by the policemen. And actually, I come here to Sweden for rescue. And at the moment, I'm being told to go back to my country because they cannot be able to help me. And at the same time, I've gone through problem. My lawyer, since I was given negative, he has never talked to me. Not comparative, he's not even telling me what to do. At the same time, the broker of my language, he had a problem. Even the judge herself could notice there is a problem with my language. And actually, there is one woman of my organization who has been attempting my case with me, and she had even noticed the same problem which was going on. And actually, now they're telling me to go back to my country, and I don't know where to go. My country, there is no lesbian or gay is not allowed to be there. They cannot allow it to. They don't accept lesbian or gay according to their culture, their religion. It's not allowed. We have been hiding, staying in hiding all the time. And now I request for help. If we can be helped, I'm so grateful. Thank you.
This program was produced by the Black Square Collective, highlighting the situation of LGBT asylum seekers in Sweden. Asylum seekers from different countries will tell their stories and experiences.
My name is Noam Jabari. I was born in Afghanistan, but I have spent most of my life in Iran. I was 14 years old when I moved to Iran. My problems all began in Iran. I did not have permanent stay permit in Iran. Therefore, I used to live in Iran for 2 or 3 months. Then I had to go back to Afghanistan and come back to Iran again. Most of my friends in Iran were also gay. I had boyfriend in Iran. Afghanistan's law is very hard against gays. They stone gay persons, and because of this, I was afraid of living there. My family did not know that I was gay. I used to go and meet them in Afghanistan for 10 to 20 days and come back to Iran. Last time I stayed in Iran for 2 years, and it was during this time that something horrible happened. I used to see an Afghan guy during these years. I used to go to him at his place in west of Tehran. It was a Friday, and I was at his place. His cousin saw us during sex. He wanted to beat us, and he threatened us with a knife. I escaped. From that day, I could not hide my sexual orientation anymore, because he, my boyfriend's cousin, had called my family and had told them everything. I did not have a problem until that day, because nobody knew that I am gay. I did not know that my family have heard about this happening, and I decided to go back to Afghanistan, because this person was looking for me to kill me. I went to my cousin and spent a few nights there, but he found me even there. He wanted to beat me, and he had called the police. I realized that I have to leave Iran, and it's not safe to stay there anymore. I escaped towards Europe.
This program was produced by the Black Square Collective, highlighting the situation of LGBT asylum seekers in Sweden. Asylum seekers from different countries will tell their stories and experiences.
irakiska Kurdistan. Jag hade en lycklig uppväxt i en bra familj. Jag är kvinna till utseendet men har alltid känt mig som och betett mig som en pojke eller man. Avsedan barndomen har jag tyckt mest om att umgås med killar både i skolan och hemma. Jag lekte med killar, klädde mig som dem och betedde mig som dem. Jag klär mig fortfarande som en man och har aldrig burit kvinnokläder. Under hela min uppväxt fick jag stöd av min far som tyckte om min stil och mitt beteende. Han uppmärksammade mina behov och köpte mig de kläder jag ville ha. Under hela grundskolan klädde jag mig som en av pojkarna i skolan. Något som accepterades av de flesta lärarna eftersom de kände och respekterade min far. Mina vänner under grundskoletiden var killar och jag var omtyckt av dem. Mina problem började i högstadiet då elever jag inte kände sig. Samtidigt ägare började håna och kränka mig verbalt och spred invilliga rykten om mig. Jag utsattes för detta dagligen under 3 år på högstadiet. Jag hade det mycket svårt eftersom vår kultur, sed och tradition är kvinnofientlig och är starkt präglad av islamisk kultur. Man betraktar kvinnor mycket nedlåtande. Det är stor skillnad med kurdiska kvinnors situation jämfört med kvinnor i Europa. Det är ingenting vi önskar eller vill, men så är det. Kärlek är inte fri och öppen utan starkt nedvärderat i den kurdiska traditionen. Fortfarande behandlas kvinnor illa på grund av sed och tradition. När jag gick i 9:e klass fanns några elever och lärare som var förstående och förstod min situation. För dem var det helt okej att jag var som jag var. De tyckte mycket om mig. Andra däremot hånade och kränkte mig dagligen, vilket sårade mig djupt. sen i 14 års ålder blivit kär i tjejer senare i killar. Jag följde min vilja och lust och hittade en vän som också hon tyckte om mig. Hon brukade klä sig kvinnlig och vi fick kontakt med varandra och blev kära. Vi var djupt förälskade, något som omgivningen uppmärksammade. Människor omkring oss förstod att vi verkligen var kära i varandra. På grund av detta utsattes vi för trakasserier och fick mycket stora och svåra problem. För hennes skull har jag alltid försvarat vår kärlek både i skolan och ute i övriga samhället. Jag avslutade mina studier efter 9:e klass eftersom jag visste att lärarna på gymnasiet aldrig skulle tillåta att jag fortsatte klä mig som en kille och att jag aldrig skulle lämnas i fred om jag fortsatte göra det. Det är helt omöjligt för mig att klä mig som en tjej, något som är ett måste på gymnasiet. Jag klär mig än idag bara som en kille. Jag lämnade alltså skolan och behövde ett arbete, något som ordnade sig eftersom min pappa hade stort behov av min hjälp på jobbet. Min far var en välkänd person i Kurdistan. Han var känd under namnet Sheikh Mustafa Rassam och var fotograf med en stor ateljé i centrala Soleimania. Mina bröder som är äldre än jag hade tidigare hjälpt pappa både hemma och på jobbet, men nu hade de flytt till Europa undan den diktatoriska Baath-regimen. Efter att de rest tog jag deras plats som pappas medhjälpare. Jag lärde mig allt som fotografering och följde med pappa till jobbet varje morgon. Jag var mycket glad och lycklig under denna tid och min dröm var att jobba i butik klädd som pojke. Att jag slutade skolan i förtid berodde inte på att jag var lat. Tvärtom var jag smart och mycket duktig i bland annat idrott. Jag tävlade i friidrott och har vunnit några medaljer. Att jag slutade skolan berodde bara på de trakasserier jag fick utstå och allt skitsnack som pågick runt omkring mig. Det kändes mycket bra att slippa ifrån trakasserier och kränkningar och börja arbeta. Men också när jag arbetade blev det problem. Pappa hamnade i bråk med några okunniga, karaktärlösa personer i omgivningen som hade synpunkter på mig och jag blev utsatt för kränkningar, hån och hat. Särskilt min morbror hånade mig ofta och pressade mig att sluta med mitt beteende och sätt och ville tvinga mig att leva som och klä mig som en flicka. Jag lyssnade dock inte på detta utan fortsatte med min pappas stöd att gå till ateljén som vanlig. Jag fortsatte vara som jag var, trots att det ofta var väldigt tungt och svårt. Jag fortsatte också mitt förhållande med den tjej som jag hade en kärleksrelation till. År 1992, när min far dog i en hjärtsjukdom, blev mitt liv mycket tufft och jobbigt. Efter pappas död lämnade min morbror inte i mig i fred utan var hela tiden på mig om att jag skulle förändra mitt beteende. Jag struntade dock i honom och vid ett tillfälle när han pressade mig allt för mycket var jag tvungen att polisanmäla honom för att få hjälp. Poliserna var dock ännu mer konservativa än min morbror. sa